Alright, I'm gonna do something stupid and run across the road here. You know, I haven't been to a funeral since I was probably a teenager. So the reason that I'm here is I heard last night that there was a fire at a cemetery on Glenmore. And I kind of thought it was more up the road. And then I got another piece saying that it was the Dilworth Cemetery. I don't think this is what the name of the cemetery is, but I kind of figured this might have been the one. I haven't seen anything just yet. We're still going to explore a little bit to see. But it was visible from the road. Somebody got a view of it from their phone while driving by. So I'm kind of suspecting maybe this isn't the place, but you never know. Let's go check it out. You know, I've never been to this part before. Well, my story isn't about the graveyard. But it certainly has my attention. Anyway, come here through here, up the road all the time to go to another favorite spot. Got a little squirrely squirrel over there. Interesting thought. I'm sure many share the same sentiment. There's just something weird about stepping on the ground of a grave. I think people generally tend to stick to the paths and around where they're buried, if you will. Even though it really shouldn't mean anything or be any different, but the sediment still exists. Yeah, so this would be Dilworth Road. So the idea is it could be in this area. But yeah, like at any time, like right now, even with the rain, sure it helps. But this is dry grassland still. This would still have no problems going up in smoke given a source of ignition. You know, like, if we were to look up here, sure there's not a whole lot of trees, but, and sure something like a fire here would be quite manageable, relatively speaking, to the importance of getting on it, because it is in the middle of a city, and the fact that the trees are a little bit thinner. But even then, like, I've been all up there, like, this would be quite a prime candidate for issues. Really, the whole Okanagan, the whole BC is one big possible forest fire waiting to happen. It's the new world we live in. Well, I don't see anything. I think, I mean, we went for a nice little walk, I guess. There's only one other spot that I think it could plausibly be. There is a cemetery way up Glenwood Road. It's not actually on the road, but anyway, it's got a little bushy area that's probably a couple dozen trees, and then it's surrounded in fields and basically nothing that would, you know, so nothing of significance. But I'm not gonna go up there for sure. But yeah, other than that, I guess that's that. Have a good one. Alright, funny story, but not funny. I went home to go see where the fire was. Like, how could I miss it, right? Well, I did miss it. Let me flip this over. I went up there. That's basically, if you were to look at the road up ahead, and you know, basically up there is where it went. Fire is actually over here. I don't know how well, okay, I don't see it yet, but across the street here is where it is. So my clue was actually this fence right here, and those solar panel lights. Well, I want to say this is that. charred a fence. Definitely got some trees burnt, but all in all, I would say give this a month and you might not even notice other than these, well, it's hard to say. We'll see what it looks like in a month, but I'd imagine this will bounce back. Fortunately enough, it was a small fire. You know, it didn't spread, it didn't go anywhere, it didn't hurt anything else significant. You know, the irony is as a videographer, obviously I want to get the best of the best of the best of whatever it is I'm shooting. Without reliable transportation or anything to really get around to big stories and developing stories. Not that I have interest in doing news bits, but you know, like on a personal level, there's still an interest. You know, like something happens in your backyard, why not? Why not take a look? I mean, yeah, okay, the trees will probably rebound. The fence is probably going to be the oldest monument of the incident, because I don't imagine anybody doing anything about fixing this fence, right? They'll just leave it as is and, you know, like whatever, right? Alright, well that's probably the biggest bit of drama to look at. So, you know, whatever, went for a walk. There's a fire here. And fortunately enough, didn't really hurt anything significant. But given that the entire province is in basically a state of emergency for fire issues, it's a little sensitive, I guess you could say. Yeah, so other than that, take care.